Welcome back to the show. You know, I don't know if you know this, but after about a year hosting New Day Northwest, I'm pretty much a master gardener. But still, occasionally, I need help from an expert in here to help us with those plants that either won't leave the garden or surprise you by popping up. Is the one, the only Ciscoe Morris.
Oh, la, 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 la. So
Oh.
I bet you are becoming the best gardener in town.
I have to say, I have learned so much from you, and I'm so grateful for your immense knowledge and that you keep sharing it with us. And I'm really excited about today's segment because I can identify almost all of these little plants that are creeping around my yard right now. So, how do you know if a plant is going to be a pest or a surprise, a delightful surprise, like this?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't really tell. You know, you go to the nursery and these should be standing up,
Yeah.
you know.
This is all over my yard, just out of nowhere. I never planted these.
Spanish bluebells, and I think, I think the seeds fly around in the wind and that's how we get them, but people buy them at the store. I was walking through the nursery and this nice young couple was putting one of these on their cart. I said, take that off your cart right now. Put it back on the shelf. And they're like, ah. I saw them pointing at me, talking to the nursery person.
Yeah, you're going to get in trouble at the nursery, Ciscoe.
But you'll regret if you plant these Spanish bluebells because you can't stop them.
Yeah.
And that foliage just sits there after the flowers leave. The foliage is there for months.
For months
and
until
you
winter.
gotta live with it. But you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Nothing gets rid of it.
It's pretty when it pops up, though. It's always a nice surprise. And,
Yeah, it is pretty. I got to admit that. Well, all these are pretty attractive plants, even though they're menaces.
Like this one. This one is the one that is making Ciscoe the most angry these days. What is this called?
This is called Ranunculus Brazen Hussy. And it is a brazen hussy. You know, people walk by and they go, oh, that's so pretty with those black leaves and the yellow flowers. But look at it. See it in the lawn?
It's brazen because it's hardy, and then it's a hussy because it'll go anywhere?
It'll go anywhere. It's coming up in other beds in my garden. And it's, it comes out fairly easily, but I'm never going to get it all out.
You're never going to get it.
Never.
That's just the bummer about it.
Seeds like mad.
So how do you get rid of problem plants? I mean, is never the answer?
Well, never is the answer in my garden. These are all plants I cannot get rid of right here,
And if you can't get rid of it, no one
No,
can.
it's tough, I'll tell you. I don't
dare you?
I don't use poison. This is called Arum.
Arum, okay.
Arum, it comes from Italy, and there's nothing good about it except for it's pretty.
It is pretty.
I probably bought this, and see, there it is in my garden.
Yeah.
But you know what it does? It comes up right in the middle of my other plants.
Oh, dear.
And just wrecks the looks of my other plants. If you wanted to poison them, you got to cut them and spray right in.
You got to cut it open and spray the poison down its neck?
Because there's a waxy coating on there.
That sounds like an Italian plant to me.
Oh, yeah, it's a typical
I'm just
Italian, It's like, man, oh, man. But yeah, I hate
sicky.
this plant with a passion.
And you said it is poisonous, too. You said, he goes, don't touch it, or if you do, wash your hands after, because it's poisonous.
Yeah, it's I hate it, and so I'll never get it all out, no matter what I do. It's just, but I try and go after it because
I bet you
you don't want to let
cut the tweedle out of that?
Oh yeah, and it gets these red berries. The birds eat them. It doesn't poison the birds. That's all I know.
Thank goodness.
Oh,
All right, get
la.
these out of the way.
Oh, cool.
This one right here, you said, is sometimes
It's the
a plant that
coolest.
kind of pops up in people's yards and is a surprise, but a pleasant one.
Oh, well, kind of a pleasant.
Kind of. 50-50.
So this is called Dracunculus Vulgaris. Comes from Crete, but for some reason it got over here. And I get emails all the time from people, and they go, "What is this weird plant?"
It is strange looking.
Look at the cool skin on it.
It's
kind of looks
not
like
poisonous, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
And so it gets this big flower after it comes up. I think we got a picture. There it is.
Oh my
goodness. Look at that
goodness.
picture. Is that the coolest thing you've ever seen?
That is a formidable looking flower.
But there's something even cooler about it.
Really?
Yep, that flower does not want to attract bees. It wants to attract flies.
Yes,
and
get the flies.
it smells like a herd of cattle died in your front garden.
It's like the stinky
so
flower.
Strong. So people see this beautiful flower, they go, oh boy, then they sniff it, they're like, ah!
I'm glad that you gave this picture to us to show, really, truly, how stinky
You know what
it
I
is.
do with these? I dig them up and I put them outside the fence where by the sidewalk so the neighbors get to enjoy it
Oh, well,
instead
that
of
is
me.
awfully kind of you. Very kind of you, as your neighbors must love you so much. All right, really quickly, what's a good tip overall if you're trying to get rid of problem plants?
Well, you know, there's dig them out the minute you see them.
Dig 'em out the minute
Don't
you
let
see 'em.
them take over, because once they do, it's a hopeless battle, you know. So if you don't like something, dig it out the minute you see it. Talk to the nursery people and go, is this aggressive? Is this
Okay,
gonna, because
good
they
to know.
usually know.
Good
Yeah.
to know. Thank you so much, Ciscoe.
Oh la
Bad
la.
plant.
Bad plant, yeah. Nice plant.
Nice plant.